I just really look forward to dying here. That's what I want to end up doing. But and if I leave, I can end up dying alone in New York City.
George Bell.
So why I stay for now is my entire resume is based on niche publications in Philly. All the freelance and the jobs that I've done are all niche publications in Philly. I don't know like about stuffing that resume in my pocket and taking the Amtrak to New York City. I don't know where I'd be. Like, I don't know how much that would count there or in other media markets. And maybe that's just, I haven't attempted it yet, but I'm not, I feel like just covering local news and local niche subjects has kind of left me, I don't really know what I do with myself, I guess, basically.
I've always felt very tied to this city. I came here as a foreigner and then kind of fell in love with the place. So I guess I didn't want to start over again somewhere else. But in hindsight, I do wish I had, at least for some portion, looked elsewhere, because I think we're all very stubborn in Philly, and we take a certain pride in like, oh, we're gonna make this work. And that was, and in hindsight, I kind of feel like, why didn't I try an easier market, or why didn't I go somewhere else? At least for a time, you can always come back. So I think I've always very stubbornly loved this place that loves you back, right? Love it.
I'm like so new to this, and everyone's just depressing the fuck out of me. I'm a firm believer in doing trash for cash on the side. Like, I'll write some words for some travel magazine that you never heard of, and I'll tell them to take my byline off it. Like, if that means I'm gonna make rent and I get to do what I want to do in my time, like that's fine. I mean, like, everybody here has got to do something on the side. That drug dealer story was not a confession, but like I feel like the kind of the onus is on the journalist nowadays, which sucks because it's not on that with anybody else who's in demand or who is in a really competitive field. Software developers aren't just like, you guys are gonna the salaries aren't exactly equivalent, but I don't know, we'll make it work.
Okay, Alex, I think you're selling yourself short. I think you could go anywhere, get a job, but you shouldn't.
You can die anywhere.
You could die anywhere, yes. I don't think you should worry. I only have good, happy words, not depressing words. I love it here, and this is where I want to be. And like, if I didn't want to be here, I would fucking leave. Like, I'm not stuck here. No one's shackling me here. This is where my life is. Like, I love Philadelphia. I love where I live on Cedar Avenue in West Philly. This is where my friends are. Like, I love my job. Yeah, like, it's basically, I mean, you could go elsewhere. You could go to the center of the universe for media. You could go to New York. You could do that. Or you could figure out how to make it work here, and that would be a lot cooler. I mean, right?
Right.
So, I don't know, I've been, okay, so I'm talking about it all like bravado, like right now, but I've been thinking about it a lot. There's a couple of journalists here who I really admire because they could have gone to bigger markets. Like Drew Laser, who writes about food nationally, he could have left. But this is where his life was. And Neil Santos, a photographer for City Paper, he could have left as well. But he was like, no, I want to live here. And he said, I don't want to be the kind of reporter who just follows where everyone else is going. And I don't have to go there to make it work. So I want to figure out how to make it work here. So maybe I'll do freelance. Maybe I'll work a side job. I don't know. It's you do these things, and yeah, I guess that's what I've really come to admire. A really good friend of mine is moving to DC because she got a job there, and she has to go there because NPR isn't here, and that sucks. But I don't know. For a lot of us, I think we can make it work here, and I think it's admirable. Yeah.
Maybe this is a bad time to bring it up, but I'm moving to Brooklyn next week. I'm kidding. No, all right, so I'm from Jersey. I'm sorry.
Also,
But
shut up.
But so to me, Philly's always been the big city. Like as a kid, and it was always like, and I know it's dumb, but so this is making it to me. Like the fact that I get to sit on this, it's fucking stupid. But if someone were to bomb PNP tonight, that would take out most of Philadelphia media. Well, listen, I got it. And that's what I love about it. Is like to go back to the point that I made. Not that I'm gonna bomb you. The fact that we are so small and the fact that we are so accessible, like we have so many amazing media personalities that you can run into at Paisanos, that you can run into anywhere in the city. It's amazing, it's accessible, and it's not a big fish in a little pond per se, but suddenly someone who walks in and doesn't know the first thing about journalism can actually meet the people and impact the people who do know the first thing about journalism. And that's where really interesting things happen. I think where those two sections meet, and I think Philly's awesome, and also there is going to be the added benefit of if we do make it work here, it's going to feel great.